What makes a relationship healthy? What makes relationship issues get solved? How do we solve relationship issues? The way men treat you for your women. Boy, this was a subject last night at our Mastermind Challenge webinar. Today it's a Mastermind Challenge recap, and we're going to talk about real quickly great love relationship and how to get over all that stuff that I just mentioned. And hey, everyone, James Nussbaumer, and thanks for joining me in another episode of our recap from our Mastermind Challenge webinar last evening. And I tell you what, I had to sleep on this all night. And usually I like to do the recap like right after the session, but I was just so exhausted. And these kind of things really can exhaust you mentally, but in a good way. And we had talked last night, Shelley Callahan from Vancouver, and she said she didn't mind me mentioning her last name because I always ask that, to make sure. And I'd rather not, but she said, yeah, go ahead. She's from the Vancouver area in my mastermind group. And the subject was what makes a love relationship healthy, the relationship issues, and the way men treat you. And so you could see there was maybe a lot of women on the call, but a lot of men too. So we can take this on both sides of the fence. But what makes a relationship healthy, and how may a couple have the best marriage ever, and how your lover treats you? People ask me, well, who are you to give advice on relationship, situations with your track record of a couple of divorces? Well, maybe that gives me a little bit of experience too. And also, we studied in the first book of the series, The Master of Everything, more about the holy relationship and versus the special relationship. Now, we're not going to get into that right now because that's another subject, but that's what brought on this subject last night at last night's Mastermind Challenge webinar. But here's what you're about to find out that will completely change the way men treat you for you women. And by the way, keep in mind that in the description area down below is an access link that I hope that it's a great tool for a video, and I want to call it a nice tool or something to keep in your hip pocket that you can study that will help you learn how to turn things around to experience better relationships. If you feel that men are against you, and there's a lot of that going on in the world right now, with women versus men. And I hate to see that. But by the way, you can see more at my blog where I've written a detailed article on topics like signs of a great relationship, as well as how to make a relationship lasting forever and loving and just wonderful. There's many people that do have, 60 years of marriage and so on that are, they just are in love all the time of their life. So follow the strategy and the information that I'm going to give you in the description area down below here at YouTube, my blog and the tool, the access link there. And also another article that will lead you to learning more about my books for those of you that don't know me. And that's really why I encourage you to check that out, because I hope that you'll access my book series called The Master of Everything. And right now we're waiting on book 4, which is in the editing process to come out. So I hope that you'll experience that and give it a try, because I'm just so excited about all this. But anyways, I hope this hit home for you. And by the way, check out the information below, like I said. And also, please keep remembering that there's so much beautiful awesomeness inside of you. And we just need to, all of us, start extending that to the material world rather than projecting our dislikes and our hates and our discomforts. Let's start projecting happiness. Don't you agree? I believe you do, and that's why you're listening to this video right now. So anyways, join me on Twitter, Facebook. I have those links down below as well too. I'd love to engage with you. We can share some ideas. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel, of course. I always like to mention that first, but I didn't today. And I wish the best to you. And thanks for joining me today in this Mastermind Challenge webinar recap. And hope to Join us sometime on one of those sessions. Until next time, God bless.